Okay. Hi everyone. It's me, Allison again. My dad's still kicking. We're still dealing with the father kicking us out, effectively kicking us out on the 30th. Um, that's when the house will be listed, and then if we haven't had a come up with a lease and a binding mortgage, binding movers contract, to the trustee. Sorry, I'm looking around my room. I'm not as focused as I am on the stairs. Oh, and that's my little dog. You can hear her barking because she just doesn't know who's talking up here. Anyway, so yeah, this is like I'm in a different part of what is still our house for now, and yeah, my room, and it's kind of a mess, but I was working on getting to it. I cleaned up the basement. I can show you that later. Um, maybe once all this is said and done, but and this is going up mainly to my dad because he's the one doing this to me. So, I'm not sure how you switch between front facing and I guess out facing camera. Is it this? I don't know what that just did. Um, anyway, so I just wanted to show you. So, like, Dad, I know it's a horrible mess in here, but look at all my books. See all the books I have? See all the books I have and all the stuff I have from my whole life? All these clothes I have? Dad, what am I supposed to do with all of this? Huh? What am I supposed to do with all of this if you're gonna force us to move? Huh? Look at that. Look at that. See that? Yeah. See, look, I went to college. I went to college and I'm still stuck in this situation. Which I guess says that you should be doing more for your degree, or you need to do more for your degree than your degree will ever do for you, in my opinion, which is annoying. And also, they should make going to the at least career center once mandatory. Um, because I never took that suggestion, and I know I don't have a career. I have a college degree, but no career. I could have a career. I know I'm smart enough and motivated enough. And I was finally getting off the ground when all of this happened. Like look at all those, look at that. You see this? See that? Yeah, see this? For it's for gerbil cages, but the aquariums are for the gerbils that we used to have that my dad never cared about. We used to store all the things I print out to read because I am a smart person and I like reading. I haven't been able to do much of that lately because he's been so distracting. And just before all this happened, I felt that I was in a really good place. To be, I was finally doing something. I'd been doing a bunch of things around the house. Like, I fixed our lemon of a washer countless times. Just by, Googling and then finding the part, buying the part, going on YouTube. Um, and finding a how-to video for how to install the part. Oh yeah, and then I also troubleshooted a clog down in our basement sink. That was so at one point so bad we couldn't even use our kitchen sink because the sink downstairs kept overflowing. It turns out you just need a simple drain uh, balloon thing. I like to call it that. I know it goes by other names that are grosser. Um, so yeah, Dad. I doubt that you could do that. What else have I done around the house? Oh, yeah, I installed a new shower head in my shower, which used to be my dad's shower. Um, oh, I fixed see this hinge? Oh, it was coming loose like last year. Yeah, like no, back in 2021. And it's coming loose again now, but I fixed it for a while. I just put some bigger screws in there. Um, yeah. We've done a lot of work outside. We had to put in a new hot water heater. Um, back in 2021, and then in 2022, we had to get the whole, water main that comes in from, the utility into our house. We had to get that fixed for $4,800, and that was super fun. And see all this other stuff? I don't know how to switch between a front-facing and outward-facing camera, but look at all this stuff. This is like our entire lives, my father's included, and to some degree. And I'm gonna make a separate video for him because there are some items of importance that I think he might want, but that he's not allowed to have. I'm keeping them. Items from his side of the family. Anyway, I just wanted to put this out there because I don't know what my father expects is possible to happen ever. He's always had, ridiculous expectations of me. Like, oh, when I was like, 8 or 9, he would tell me, he would say, I think jokingly, but it often wasn't jokingly. Oh yeah, these are purses we've been trying to sell. They are from my grandmother's. Hasn't been going well with those because they're old. She didn't have the best, I guess, taste in purses. I wouldn't know. Anyway, so yeah, no, he's always had like ridiculous expectations. Like when I was, 8 or 9, he used to say at the dinner table half jokingly, like Allison wants to be a Navy fighter pilot, or Allison's going to be a Navy fighter pilot, and I'm like, I had no clue what that meant, and later on I learned it's because he wanted to be a Navy fighter pilot. But I think he was 4F'd when he tried to when he applied to the Air Force because of his hearing. And I think that was a real disappointment for him, and so that's why he he did what he said what he said to me because he wanted me to be a Navy fighter pilot. Me? No, that's no. Sorry, no. That doesn't make any sense to me. My mom has a journalism degree, and it's not like she was saying Allison's gonna be, chief White House correspondent for the Washington Post or something, to me. Every day like Dad was. Yeah, she could have done something like that, but she didn't do that to me, and I'm glad that she didn't do that to me, and I'm glad that she recognized that, like, your kids are their own people. And just because they have half your DNA doesn't make them, copies of you. Like, we don't reproduce asexually. I'm not a clone of my father's. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. That should be obvious to anyone who's over the age of like 4. And yeah, this still really sucks. My dad has always had really unrealistic expectations, and has never quite fully lived in reality the way that my mother has. And that's why I'm with my mom, because she actually lives in reality. Unlike my father, who was just, I don't know what's up with him. He's just, he's such an irrational guy. And like, he's so smart. Like he can, he knows calculus. He can play the piano and the guitar and the bass, and he can sing. And yet, he's not sad. He was never satisfied. He can never take a compliment from my mom. And it's just, or anyone else. And it's so ridiculous that I have to live with the consequences of his insecurity. I have insecurities, too. Everyone does, I would think, except for maybe Donald Trump, but I think even he has insecurities, too. I don't want to get, off topic here. Anyway, I just don't get why he is the way he is. Things were fine with me and my mom and my dad. And I don't know. Oh, that's our printer. Get out of that sound. Yeah, I'm in the hall now. Back at the hall. I just don't get why he's doing this to us. I just don't get why he had to, refinance the house 4 times. The house would have been paid off by now. My mother could have bought him out much more easily had he not refinanced all those times. And he refinanced in 2012, so I can't help but to think that was part of his plan all along. Anyway, I could say more, but I will reserve that for a future video. So for now, bye. I may post another one tonight. Or I may not. Alright, bye everyone.